Hello.
What's going on?
Hello.
Happy
Hello, everybody.
Tuesday. Um, so how's everybody's week going?
It's
Cold.
going good.
Yeah.
Y'all do cold. It is 64 here.
It was like 30 degrees here, and I was working outside on the waterfront all day.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
I am-
not good.
I'm frosty.
That's not good. I did see one of the carnival ships, I think it was Sunrise or something, got rerouted today or couldn't go to Princess Cay because of the weather and had to just stay at sea. So I guess
Yeah, I don't know if that was today or yesterday.
oh, maybe it was yesterday because
But
there
yeah,
was
I
lots
saw
of
the same
wind or
thing.
something over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hop over and say hi to some people in the chat. We've got Scott from Controversial Cruising in the house. Hello. We've got Reza in the house. Hello. We've got Clock, who's back from the Icon. Don't you wish you were still on it?
Yes, very much so.
We've got Event Years of Spirits in the house. Hello. Thanks for coming in. And she had a premiere she put out today. So if you haven't watched it, make sure y'all head over there and watch that. It was very good. Hey, Scrow's Nest. You're back. We've got Daily Dose of the Bible in the house. Hello, and thanks for sharing us out. We've got Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Hello, here for the fun. And we got Danny D. And Danny, I did get your message. I was so busy today. I haven't had a chance to go over there, but I will check it out. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Hello. Thanks for coming in. And we've got Leonard Family Fun in the house. Hello. Welcome in. Let's see. Yep, Captain. Hey, Anthony Simone. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. We've got Carnival Cruise Addicts in the house. Hello. And all right, we are at the bottom. So Clock, we want to hear all about this Icon you went on. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Great ship. Lots of areas to spread out and do whatever you wanted to do. Not a lot of people congregated together other than some of the clubs at night. The piano bar, the dueling piano bar is a new thing for Royal. So there was a lot of interest in that one. So we went there the one night and we got there 45 minutes early and there was no seats. So that was the only issue we really had. We ended up just going and hanging out with Mike and Betsy and Arc Adventures and Cruise World for a little while, and then we came back and for the second seating of the piano bar, and there was some seats available then.
So what you're saying is, if you go on Icon and you're going to any of the shows, you need to be there early. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the clubs, the shows themselves, the theater shows. People went to them, but and I know they were booked, but there was times when I was able to just walk right in if I wanted to go see another showing of it.
So did you see any of the shows twice or?
No, actually, I missed some of the shows. So I went to see Wizard of Oz, which was great. I went to the ice show, which was Elemental something or another. I had to look at it. And then there was apparently there was a second ice show that was a smaller one. It's like Once Upon a Time. I did not know that there was a second ice show. And then there was another one, like a musical group in the theater, which I did not see. And then there was another act in the theater that was like a magician juggler who was a comedian as well. I missed him. some of them, they don't really advertise a whole lot. Like that wasn't one of the shows I could book ahead of time. So when I got on the ship, I didn't even think about it because I booked all the shows ahead of time that they would allow me to, and didn't even think about it. So definitely take a look at your cruise planner, whether it be paper or whether it be on the phone, and make sure you get everything that you want to see.
So even if you make a reservation, right, for the show, you still need to get there to make sure you get the seat you want, basically, right?
Yeah, it's still open seating. So if you want to sit up front, which I mean, we only got to Wizard of Oz like 20 minutes early, I guess it was. We sat right down in the front row, so it wasn't any big deal. And there was a bunch of seats around us.
Cool. Let me just hop back over here. We have Michael Ann who's come in. Hello. Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
And Bam Manola has come in. Hello. And we've got Scotty Tahati has come in. Hello. And Scratch and Pete, welcome in.
Hey, Pete.
And okay, so the beautiful icon that you were on, now that leads us into our topic of what we think these cruise ships are going to look like going forward now that icon is out. So what do you guys think about the cabins of these bigger ships? How do you think those are going to be in the future? Do you see improvements that are on the icon that you want to see improvements going forward on these? Or what do you guys think? Like the bathrooms, the automation? What do you guys think between like the Jubilee?
I don't want to be the only one talking, but I mean, my bathroom and cabin was awesome. The bathroom, the way they laid it out, you had plenty of room around the toilet, and the shower was long to where you had plenty of room to move around. You even have a bench seat in there so you could sit down if you wanted to. And I mean, it's just a ton of room in it compared to most of these cruise ships nowadays. And then the room itself was the size of a balcony without the balcony. So you had plenty of room to spread out and do whatever the hell you wanted to in there.
But you had a special room. I mean, that wasn't the typical interior
no, it's a panoramic ocean view. There's only 12 of those on that ship.
I think that's a bad. I think that would be a bad comparison for most of us because I go into my interior room. I'm like, hey, well, look at this bathroom. It's smaller than MSC's bathroom.
Oh, no, the bathroom's going to be the same.
Is it? Okay.
He's talking about that little balcony space.
No, I know that, but his room was larger than the majority. I assume the bathroom was probably a little bit larger also.
No.
Oh, okay, well that's nice.
The only thing that was different is that balcony area. So it was a normal size room. You just had where a balcony would be. It was enclosed. So the bathroom's the same. And I've seen several other videos on interior balcony, all kinds of different ones, and they all had the same bathroom.
One more question for Clock. Clock, I did a live as far as a virtual. I'm not a virtual balcony. What do they call it? What kind of balcony do they call that when the window just slides down and slides up? You came on live. Infinite balcony.
You mean the window?
That was not a balcony. I'm sorry. They had it on the icon. Was that a balcony?
I guess it was a balcony.
And that's what I was going to go at. So the difference between the icon, right, and the celebrity balcony that are the infinite ones like that. So celebrity, they have panels that come across instead of a curtain. So it kind of keeps that heat from coming all the way through your room. So they close and they kind of block you off in a little area if you want to go out there, so all that humidity is not coming all the way through. That's one thing.
I had 2 sets of curtains too. Yeah. Even though I didn't have a balcony, I had that window that was the whole thing there. I had curtains at the window, and then I had another set of curtains where your wall would be to go into your balcony.
I don't know. I don't know if I would like that kind of room. I don't know. I like being able to go outside, close the door, and then let like Danny sleep and me be outside with my coffee or whatever in the morning. I don't know if I would like I I don't
I
know.
definitely heard mixed feelings on it because as soon as you put that window down, your AC and all kills. Your AC and all dies.
That's not good.
Yeah, it turns your whole AC off. So yeah, there's that. And then what happens when those motors start getting old? Those things are gonna start going out. So let me hop over here. Will G has come in. Hello, Will G. Let's see. Let me just scroll down, see if anybody else has come in. Embarkation Nation, thanks for coming in. And See It with C, thank you for coming in. Hello, hello. The Bud Files, thanks for coming in.
Hello.
Hey, Bud.
Let's see. It looks like we are back down to the bottom. Everybody's just saying hello. And to share out your channel, do hashtag defund. So yeah, I don't think I would like the infinite balcony, but again, if it was my only choice between an inside or balcony, that type of balcony, I would take it. So that's my 2 cents on that. But what do you think of the future of these? Do you guys think that the bathrooms on cruise ships now are going to be a main focus to where they're bigger, or you think they're still going to be these tiny little bathrooms?
Well, I was going to ask. I had a question for Clock. I mean, you sailed on other Royal Caribbean. How does the room size on this one compare to previous? Is it same size, bigger, smaller?
The room's the same. Just like I said, where the balcony would be, I had a curtain and I had like an extra living space inside. As far as the bathroom goes, it's just the way the bathroom is really not any bigger than another bathroom. It's just the way they designed it. It makes everything work because you have your normal little shelves. Like a lot of times you don't have enough room in the bathroom to store your stuff. They give you a couple little shelves here or there. They gave you shelves down the side where your mirror was, and then back behind you on the wall, next to your toilet, you had another set of shelves that go all the way down the wall. So you had plenty of storage room in there. And then inside your shower, you had 2 shelves for putting your different products and stuff. And then the seat. It's just the way they you didn't have a real long sink. A lot of these cabins have these long sinks on them, but you're not using that. I mean, the sink's only this big and it's just a long countertop. You're not doing anything on that countertop because most of the time it's only like this thick. So instead of doing that, they cut the countertop and they made the shower bigger. So it just, the way they design it is way better.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather have a bigger shower than a bigger countertop.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, the countertop's only like this wide, so you're not doing nothing with that little space anyway. Most of the time, if my wife's getting ready, she's doing it out in the cabin at the little desk or whatever.
Vanity area.
Yeah.
So, Bill, what were you going to ask? You were starting to ask something.
Oh no, I forgot. No, I think they're going to start thinking more about the design of the bathrooms. The way they're doing some of the bathrooms now on MSC and Carnival, they have to rethink that. And it sounds like Royal maybe came up with the solution because it sounds Mike is a pretty big guy, tall, and I know, like with MSC, we went on a cruise together. There was a problem there, and if he thinks the bathrooms are fine, I think they're headed in the right direction. I think that's one of the things going forward. They're actually going to think about it because I don't think they gave much thought to the bathrooms before, as far as the layout.
I'm never going to say the bathroom's massive. I'm just saying the way it's laid out is perfect.
Right. Well, you know MSC. You have the problem you had with MSC. Terrible. You had to sit sideways like this in the bathroom, and it was just poorly laid out. So they're actually hopefully are thinking about that now.
Yep.
Hey, Bill, you compare that to the Excel class, because I know instead of the curtain they have the door on the shower and stuff. Outside of that, how are the bathrooms laid out on the
And,
Excel class? Is there more room or?
more room than MSC?
Yeah,
Or the older carnival ships.
or the older carnival.
They're smaller.
Oh, they're
But
definitely
they're-
smaller.
Yeah, they're smaller, but they're laid out well. You just have a little less room.
Mhm.
MSC had the smallest bathroom I've ever seen, smallest shower. I'm literally sitting like, if I sat in the shower like this, my shoulders were touching the glass.
Mm.
And I'm big. I'm not that big, and I had to turn sideways in the shower to not be touching something.
Right.
And it's the
So-
same way sitting on the toilet. You're
And same
I
with
had
the toilet.
shower
I
on
mean,
this side, and I had the counter on this side.
it had to sit like this, and the way they had the counter, it kind of jutted out in front of the toilet, so you literally had to turn your legs. It wasn't like, oh, I could just be touching the counter. No, I mean, you couldn't go through the counter. It was just poorly laid out.
I do think that the design and with Royal, and hopefully the other cruise lines take, I think that they are starting to look more at the comfort of because they've always concentrated on the public areas and more stuff they can add and what they can do. But I think that they are hopefully start looking at more for the cabins and the bathrooms and making them more functional.
And I did notice too, and I want to get to Event Your Spirits comment, but I did notice the mirror on Icon, how they had like that secret storage space. They didn't tell anybody, but that mirror opened up and there were shelves behind the mirror in the room where the safe was. Your safe was in there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Event Yours with Spirit says, I like the infinite concept. I never really sit on my balcony on a cruise. However, if I had a balcony low enough to where I could people watch, then yes, I would prefer a balcony. And that's the thing. There's like a big, on that window, there's like a big bar, right? So you have to be able to be tall enough to look over that, or you're not really seeing anything but the glass.
Now you can look through the bottom.
Well, yeah, but that's not, I want the air blowing on my face.
Yeah.
But you know what? I give them, whoever designed it, they put some thought into doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a balcony and it's rainy, it's cold, it's windy, it's this, it's that, you can't use it. The last time I was on, I had a balcony. I was trying to do a live on my balcony. People screaming next door. I couldn't do it outside. This allows the balcony space to be actual living space. Mm-hmm. And you get when you drop the window down, it's like a balcony. I really like the concept. I know a lot of people, it's controversial because even Clock didn't like it in the beginning, but I think it's a good use of that space. And now your cabin feels bigger because the balcony isn't just wasted space.
Right.
Way bigger.
Hey, Sean, thanks for coming in from Down Under Cruisers.
Ooh, down under.
Good day, mate.
Yeah.
Controversial says, I just don't know how they could make a bigger ship. I mean, I guess they could. They can make it longer. They can make it as long as they want. The tallness of it, I guess, depends on bridges and stuff, right?
Well, probably. I mean, you're probably talking to like engineering, because if it gets too tall, it gets too top heavy.
Yeah.
How wide does it have to be to balance a ship that's so tall? So, not that I'm an engineer. I just
any guesses on how far the Icon goes underwater? How much of the bottom of the boat is underwater?
You mean percentage wise or feet wise
No.
or what?
Wise.
I would guess 20%, 10%. I'll go 10.
30,
No, I'm saying footage.
37
Hey,
feet.
give me a footage.
37 feet.
Oh, foot? Yeah, about 20 feet, 25 feet.
30.
32 feet.
It was 30, but
Yeah.
I thought 30 was like I didn't think 30 was very much.
Wait, you went over, Bruce. I was under. So see.
Yeah.
I get the prize.
Closest.
Hey, Alyssa, thanks for coming in. Hey, lawn lifters, thanks so much for coming in.
Pier runner.
So, Event Your Spirit says they need bigger showers to accommodate people whose body circumference is wider than others. There's no way they can reach those important places when showering.
Well, Roll took care of it.
MSC what, Bill?
MSC Seashore. Yeah, smallest shower I've ever seen.
Oh, Seashore was worse than the damn. What's it
Yes.
called?
Yes.
Whew.
1,700 feet. Controversial say.
No, that would be the Titanic.
Yeah.
I mean 17. When we were on Wonder of the Seas, we couldn't even eat breakfast on the balcony because the seagulls began to swarm. Same on Virgin Voyages. Oh, I've never had that happen. That's interesting.
Never have either.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you guys think of do you think now that they are trying to make these cruise ships more about the ship than the destination? Do you think that's what direction they're going in? What do you guys think?
Yeah, you know what? I think what's going on is cruising has picked up quite a bit as far as the number of cruisers. 39 million or something this year supposed to be cruising. They're running out of port spaces. So now you're going to need people that stay on the ship, fewer days in ports, more days at sea, things to do. So I do think they're going to try to, like a casino would do, kind of captivate you where you're staying on the ship. And instead of a 7-day cruise going on 4 ports, you go on a 7-day cruise, you do 3 ports, you do 2 ports.
Well, I think another thing to go along with that is I did a big group cruise back in July, and a lot of them were like people that don't always cruise. So a lot of them were worried about the ports that we went to. They're like, "Oh, I'm scared to get off on Haiti. I'm scared to get off here. I'm scared to get off there." Well, if you got a ship that has everything you need on it, then you can go wherever the hell you want to because you don't have to get off.
Plus, you're spending money on the ship, not on the land. So
yeah,
true. And I think that's where they were going with the Icon, right? Because now they have the water park on there, right? So now I think they're kind of competing a little bit with Disney now, trying to get the families on there and doing not all inclusive, but they're doing the water park. They have like the kids buffet. They have all this kids stuff, but they also have adult activities, right? The difference with Disney is you don't have a casino, right? So here you are now where you have babysitting on a cruise ship, right? Where you could drop your kids off for an hour or two and go do adult things. There's really not that many adult things on Disney versus Icon. So if I had a kid, I would pick Icon probably before I would pick the Disney cruise because there's more for me to do. So I don't know. I kind of think they are going more about like I saw somebody drop it in here. And
well, does Icon charge anything like, for example, Carnival charges to ride the Bolt? Do they have an equivalent thing?
So the zip line, they have the Crown's Edge where you go. It's a ropes course thing that you go out on this ropes course, go around, and then the bottom drops out and you zip line. And this is over the side of the ship, so you're over the water when you do it, and you go around. So when it came out, it was $89.99, which is essentially $1 a second.
Wow.
It only takes about 90 seconds to do the thing. Now you can do. So I got a video of a guy doing it, and I talked to him and his wife. He actually did it twice when he was on there. You can do it twice if you want to when you're up there. You can go around twice, and it does videotape you the whole time. They didn't say anything about getting the video from him doing it, but they said you can get the video.
They charge how much for that?
It was $89.99. But once you're on the ship on a sea day, it's $49.99. And on a port day, it's $39.99.
Oh, so it tells me they weren't really selling it, so they had to drop it.
Well, there's still a bunch of people doing it, but yes, they definitely had to drop it. From what they were told was they thought that if they did a cheap price the whole time, that it was going to be too many people trying to do it and they wouldn't be able to keep up with the demand. So they kind of priced people out of it. Is what we were actually told.
The person you talked to that did it, Did they think that the price was worth the adventure?
He did it for $89.99, and then on the second to the last day, he paid another $39.99 to do it again.
So I would say, yeah.
So
Yeah. But
he
Carnival
agreed.
has the same thing, and you get your time slots and you go. I don't understand. I mean, the money. I think it's a money grab. I know what they're saying. Well, we got to keep the crowds down.
Yeah.
Carnival does it for free, and then you go out over the seas and you got to pull yourself across and all this other stuff. They do this. It doesn't drop at the end like Royal does to send you around.
Right.
So why can they do it for? I believe it's free. I'm too much of a chicken.
Yeah, the
roll.
It's
I'm
free.
too much of a chicken to do it. But if they can do it for free, why do you have to charge $99? Why do you have to charge? Oh, that's right, you're Royal.
Yeah.
The Royal
Hey,
Flush.
Anthony on the move. Thank you so much for coming in. So, Event Your Spirit says, yes, I think they're competing with the resort experience. The swim up bar is what sold me on the Icon. We go in July.
That swim up bar is very, very cool. I'll tell you that.
I thought I was going to be in it like crazy. Didn't step one foot in it.
Is that
Yeah. So what do you guys think about the internet on all these newer ships? Do you guys think that this is going to be the new thing for all ships going forward? I mean, I know transatlantic, you might have a little bit of a hiccup, but what do you guys think? Hey, life is good today. Thanks for coming in.
Well, I know on Icon they had a team that walked around all day long, every day for the whole first week, and did nothing but try to fix bad spots. So they definitely were making. They definitely want to make it to where you can work from the ship.
Yeah, I mean, you have people that do work full time remotely. So if they could go on a ship and work remotely and be on vacation and say on a sea day, hey, I don't want to hang out at the pool, but I'll hang out at the pool under a cabana and have my laptop or something. Why not? Right?
Yeah, and Cindy works from home. I mean, she works from home, and she's worked on 2 of our cruises. And I will say, she's never had issues with the internet, and she could do Teams calls, video calls, and all that. But I think it does depend on where you are on the ship.
It does.
So I'm hoping they're still having issues with Starlink, but I hope once they nail it down that it will improve internet service on the ship. So,
I mean, I did an hour and a half live stream the other day from the ship. I walked all the way around the ship, from the 5th floor all the way up to the top, and I didn't have too many hiccups. It was only like little tiny spots where I went out for a couple seconds and then came right back. So I don't think it was very bad.
Not only that, you got to think on that Icon ship that you were on, a lot of people, there was a lot of YouTube channels that were actually uploading videos.
JJ Cruise was doing their live at the same time I was.
I mean, more than a normal, cruise, right? Normally you might have like, I don't know, let's just say 20 vloggers, not 100 and something, that are still uploading all of their videos, doing lives, doing all kinds of stuff all at the same time. So I thought the internet for you was great, considering that many people were on there.
Yeah, I was impressed how it stayed on even when you were in the elevator sometimes, And, yeah.
But Celebration, the Carnival Celebration had excellent internet. And, I was in the elevator in that and never had an issue either.
A lot of the problems that you run into, though, is when you're walking around. If you sit down in one spot, you usually won't have a problem. It's when you walk around. I mean, when you walk around, you switch towers. They're not towers, routers, or whatever they call them on the ship. And that's where you start getting the blurry pictures, the fuzzy pictures, and then you're at this tower, and then next thing you know, you walk to another one. But when Mike was stationary, it had a very good picture. And even when we walked around, it wasn't bad. I mean, it still wasn't bad.
Oh.
So Alyssa's saying the water park seems like a game changer as far as attracting kids. and I agree. And they don't charge extra for that on the
No.
Icon.
Not
Now,
yet.
Celebration
Not
had
yet,
a little
yeah,
bit
not
of a
yet.
water park, but they didn't charge extra either. But it was mostly for the little kids, I think, right? I didn't really go to the water stuff on Celebration. How are those on the Excel class, the slides and stuff?
They're good. I mean, it's family friendly. You know, the slides. I mean, nothing spectacular. I think MSC had the best water area on board for like families. They had a couple of area water parks for the kids and families, and I mean, they had it themed, and it was really nice.
Yeah, I went
Hey,
on the one
Crocker,
on
Paranormal Society. Thanks for coming in. Go
I
on,
went on
Randy.
one on Mardi Gras, the slide, and the only issue I had is with mobility, you had to kind of jump up to get on the thing, and so they kind of helped me up, and then it was fine. So, and getting up all those stairs too, that wasn't a lot of fun, but yeah.
So Carnival Cruise Addicts does not like the swim up bars. People sit there for hours, and you know what's happening then. LOL.
He's a thinker.
That is true. How was the connection on the Jubilee?
I thought it was good. As far as the Wi-Fi, I thought it was good.
Hey, Cruising Scene, thanks so much for coming in. So one thing that I did notice with Icon, and this might just be me speculating, but they have Rover, the Icon mascot or whatever, the dog. Then I noticed some, the little statues around the ship. They had a few pets, and in the store, the merchandise store, they had a little pet section with pet stuff. Do you guys think they might be going to pet friendly cruising?
I hope not.
I hope not.
No, I'm not
Me
saying like
too.
the whole cruise. I'm saying like blocking off 20 rooms, right? In a section of maybe like Central Park, right? And they have special rooms for people with these pets. They have to be a certain pound. Like there'd be regulations, right? And they'd only be allowed to stay in those little areas. They're not going to be out in the restaurants or the promenade or any of that stuff. But what do you guys think?
Have you ever
people
gone
do want
to
to travel with their pets, right? And
Yeah.
Royal's all about.
But have you ever gone to a dog park?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that smell, you can't keep it in one area.
Well, they have a dog on there now that has to go somewhere.
You barely ever see it though.
And they actually probably take care of that dog.
No.
A lot of these people that
Yeah,
that's okay. They won't worry about this.
There are a lot of pet owners that don't take care of their stuff.
I know.
So I don't know. I don't think it would go over well. I mean, it will with a small portion of the cruising community, but overall, I don't think that it will be a big thing. I mean, they do allow for
Service
animals and that.
Yeah, we had
But
one or two
overall-
on there with us along
Yeah,
with the dog.
Those dogs are usually well behaved too.
Right.
And they're
They have
trained.
to be certified.
They're
Yeah. They
well
have to be
trained.
certified.
Yeah. So, but just to allow so many, I don't know. I don't think that they will, but who knows?
Jennifer, I can bring my goats.
They
If
have a-
if the cruise lines think that they can make money by doing it, they'll do it.
That's what I'm saying. You
If
pay
they-
extra. There'd be a blocked off area like in the Central Park area, right?
But we would have to
There's
see how
not
that
enough
would
room in
go
Central
over.
Park to do that on this ship.
Because if
No,
they
I'm
make
talking
a
about
little bit-
rooms. I'm not talking about out in the park. I'm talking about rooms. The ones that overlook Central Park. Go on, Bruce.
Well, I was going to say they might go, they might make money to, a little bit more money to be able to bring your pet on. But in reverse, if other people decide not to go on that ship because of that,
Right.
they would have to weigh with, so I don't know.
Well, what
I
is
don't know what they're already doing. I don't know.
what's that ocean liner, the Queen Mary or whatever, you know, that they bring dogs on there. They have a kennel on there. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's whatever the one is that goes from England to New York, and you can bring your dog. They have a kennel, and yep.
So I think Royal, the whole thing in this gift shop is Royal's just trying to capitalize on anything they can. People know that they're away from their pet, and some people keep their pet as their child, and when they're away, they're going to buy their child a gift.
Get a souvenir for the dog.
Souvenir for the dog.
Yeah.
What is this, Mike? Child.
Yeah.
Treating your dog like a child. We have 3 of them right here laying next to me.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I've never had an animal that I considered a child.
Live Sherry and the Cruise Boys, yeah. So I did notice too with this cruise ship, Royal now has kind of stepped it up with the food, right? There's a lot more food options. So I think now that's what the future is that they're going in. Same with the Excel class on Carnival, right? There's a lot more food options than there was on Oasis even, right?
Yeah.
With this newer
Still got
class.
the crappy main dining room menu though, but
everything's
the food
crappy
options
for
are a lot
you. You're
better.
a picky eater there, Clock. So
Well, they had Dino Nuggies. Come on.
Yeah.
I just had to go down to the kids area.
Out of all of the food options that Clock had, he got Dino Nuggets and French fries. Come on.
That was made just for you all.
He was at the kids buffet.
Yeah, the kids buffet down on the surf side has a animal nuggets and French fries and all kinds of different things like that.
The kids buffet.
Yep. They have regular food on there too.
I think the chicken nuggets I would hit it one time.
Yeah, chicken nuggets were fine. The popcorn chicken over at the Surfside Bites was good too.
Do they have? Is it anytime dining and also set dining? Do
they have anytime dining and set dining?
Is there any of the major cruise lines now that doesn't offer anytime dining? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
Yeah.
All the major ones, and when I say I'm talking about mainly even Princess offers your time. They call it your. It's not. It's. I think they call it your time instead of any time.
Right.
But it's basically the same thing, and so all the major cruise lines they do have that option because some people like to be able to choose more. Depending on what shows are happening or whatever, they go at different times. That's what me and my wife do. That's why we like your time dining so much. Is because you never know. Also, if you're doing an early dining and then somehow your excursion's late, next thing you know, you can't eat. So yeah, I think most of them have gone that way.
Yeah, because it was like one of the ships we were on, early time was like 5:30, and it's like I don't really want to eat at 5:30.
Yeah, most of them are there either 5:30 or 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
Right.
Well, but you got two. I want to eat at like 6:30.
Yeah, exactly. Between 6 and 6:30. So
exactly.
So I have noticed too, they're starting to bring back on the cruises, they're starting to bring back the midnight buffets. Like I know Carnival has started it, Celebrity has started it. Did they have a midnight buffet on this one, Clock? Or
no. The you can still get a couple little things at the promenade. What the hell is it called? Pearl Cafe. And then your Sorrento's pizza, but the regular food stop. Oh, and the Aquadome Marketplace, that stuff stopped at 12.
So at least you have something till midnight, and then after midnight, you only had. See, that's I kind of think Royal needs to bring back something that you can get after midnight, right? Besides pizza. That was my only complaint on Independence of the Seas and all those other ones. There was nothing really to eat after. I God, 9 o'clock, really?
Yeah. Two of the places actually in the Aquadome Marketplace closed at 9. The Crepes place and the Mediterranean place closed at 9. And then the mac and cheese, the Asian cuisine, and the sandwiches stayed open until midnight.
Because Carnival had a midnight like snack thing that you could go. And they had the deli. The deli was open, and the pizza I think was open.
Well, they also brought. I know when we were on the Glory, they brought the midnight buffet that went from 11:30 at night till like 2 in the morning.
I think that's where Royal needs to step up their game. I think. Let me hop over. There are some comments over here. Will G saying he doesn't think the pet thing will happen.
I love our pets, but I'm never taking them on a cruise. So,
Alyssa, let your pets have a vacation from you. LOL. Let them stay home. Emerald shouting from the rooftops.
Besides traveling, that stresses your pets out too. So.
Anthony on the move. Royal's food presentation takes the win for sure. Jubilee's buffet looked like it's been here before and repurposed. Yeah, I didn't really eat much at the buffet on the Carnival celebration. But didn't look great to me.
What was I watching where they were saying something about a late dinner type thing at Guy's Pig and Anchor? Any of you guys familiar with that? I mean, did you see that on the Jubilee, Bill?
Yeah, that's where the midnight buffet was. That was.
Oh, is that where it was?
Oh,
okay.
It was
the midnight buffet is not like a dinner. It's like high school. I think. We were talking about that.
It was like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
pizza,
it was
hot dogs, French fries, and that was really about it. But yeah, that was at Pig and Anchor. So
there was no barbecues, in other words.
No.
Not that I know of. Yeah, flat high school pizza.
So, but Celebrity, they had a real buffet at midnight. Like they had fried rice, they had chicken, they had a charcuterie area, they had all kinds. They had pizza, they had Indian food, they had all kinds of stuff at midnight that you could choose from. And they changed it out every night. It wasn't the same thing. Carnival, it was the same thing every night. And speaking of celebration or celebrity, we booked a cruise, by the way. I forgot. I was going to start off with my cruise announcement. We are going on the Celebrity Ascent for Thanksgiving this year.
Nice.
We put our deposit down. So we will be trying out that new ship. But we went cheap. We got an ocean view. Because the infinite balcony was very expensive. So we didn't go that route. I'm going to try to bid on a room, I guess. NCL has the local. Yes, NCL does have a restaurant 24/7 that's open. It's their sports bar, which is very
like
good.
Sheehan's or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Sheehan's.
It was good. You could order the stuff. I mean, they cooked it right there for you. You actually ordered it at the table and they brought it to you.
Yeah, just sit down.
Is it a limited menu though?
It's limited, but I mean, it's a good amount of stuff.
Right.
I mean, they have burgers, they have wings, they had all kinds of stuff.
They had pizza, they had pretzel bites with cheese, dip, and everything. It's good stuff.
Bruce, your pets love you too, but they will never take you on a cruise either. Just saying.
All right, Sean. I'm about ready to make our pets go out and get a job.
And half the nights they trick you and do fried cauliflower when they run out of nuggets. P&A had sliders, chicken nuggets, hot dogs, nachos, and desserts. P&A, what's P&A?
Pig and Anchor.
Oh, yeah. I was like, is that a new cruise line I didn't hear about?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I was thinking like P&O,
So, so it'd be interesting to see what they do with these buffets in the future. I really think Celebrity needs to step up their midnight thing, and Royal needs to step up food after 9 o'clock. Besides pizza, I mean, they do have Sabaros, but not Sabaros. What is it? Sorrentos, right? What's it called? Sorrentos. So, what else do you guys want to see in the future on these ships? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see them step up on?
One thing I'd like to see, and I'm hoping Carnival does it, they kind of hinted at it, is later stays in the ports.
Yeah.
I think that especially a couple of for instance, their newest island, Celebration Key, once it's open, and the first sailing is April of 2025. Right now, they're scheduled to be there till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. However, they're really pushing watching the nightlife. So I think they might maybe even do overnights there eventually.
Well, and not to try to promote myself or anything here. Me and Scott are going to talk about Celebration Key tomorrow on our live, and one of us is for or believes that Celebration Key is going to be good, and one of us thinks it's going to be trash. One of us.
And I haven't really looked at any of the videos on Celebration Key yet, so I guess I need to watch one before you're live tomorrow, so I know what you're talking about.
Well, it's crazy. Come tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come tomorrow, and we'll go through the portals that they have.
So do you think that it's going to be, are they going to do like a water park? Like
they have a water park designed, a big one. The lagoon that they have for it, an Excel class ship could fit in the lagoon.
Okay. All right. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to, that's going to be Bill's topic and Scott's topic tomorrow. So.
Slides.
Well, can they, when they're at a private island, can they open the casino on the ship while they're there or not?
Not in the Bahamas. It's not a cruise line thing. It's a Bahama thing.
Right.
That some laws that they have. So,
well, I'm just wondering about the overnight thing. I mean, when they want to pull out 3 miles and then come back the next day or something.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be able to work something out if they end up doing it. I mean, there's no plans right now. It's just my thoughts.
So Controversial is saying that if you give more time in ports, the less money you'll spend on the ship, and this is the year to make revenue back from Rona. That is true.
It's your private island, though. So the drinks you're going to buy on the ship, it's your private island. I'm assuming you're making the money from that. Right. So I mean,
okay. Watching Scott's comments, I wonder who the ones against Celebration Key.
You'd be surprised. you might be surprised, Bruce. I'm defending it, but I won't even talk about it. I'm defending it, but here's God bless Carnival. That's all. I'm crazy for Carnival.
So, all right. So I know we're almost out of time here. So, Bill, since you're the solo cruiser, how do you want to see solo cruising changing in the future on these big ships?
Give me a break on the prices. Yes, Bruce.
Norwegian is improving their solo cabins. They're even doing solo interior ocean view and balcony, and they are a discounted price. Just saying.
I mean, what's a discounted? See, you sound like a car salesman over there, Bruce. No. Discounted price. What, 5% less? Because one of the cruise lines is talking about charging me more.
No, so a balcony on one of the cruises I was quoting on, a balcony was about $2,600. That same balcony for a solo cruiser balcony was $1,800. So
okay, that's a good savings. You know, I could live with that.
That was that one selling, but I do think that Norwegian is really trying to accommodate this, because they even say there's more solo cruisers out there, and so they are, and hopefully the other cruise lines take notice and make some changes too. But Norwegian is definitely trying to accommodate for the solo cruiser.
And I did see Norwegian too with the buy one get one for the airfare. If you're solo, then I think they're giving you, it was half off or something. They're giving you something.
So yes, because I actually quoted and got air quote for a solo cruiser, and not only was the original, buy one, that second person flies free, but they cut that first ticket in half. So it was really a good discount for a solo cruiser. They were really only paying half of the flight. So
that's what I paid for mine on Norwegian for the Vloggers cruise. They gave me 50% off my ticket because I was solo. So Royal Bill, if you spend 340 nights on Royal, then you get the single supplement goes from 200% down to 150. So
wow! So 300 and some odd nights. Let's see, 7 goes into 300. So about 40 cruises from now on Royal, I can save 50% of a cruise fare.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey Keisha, thanks for coming in.
Hey Keisha.
Controversial says, but they will make more money if you stay on the ship and gamble rather than 2 drinks on land.
Well, now you're talking about a port to nowhere. So I mean, yes, they would make a ton of money if they didn't stop at a port. I'm just talking about if they're going to a port.
Jennifer knows of a good NCL cruise next summer, Bill.
Yep.
BOGO on the old Margaritaville of Sea. They probably book fast. So, Bill, what besides that, the price, what other thing for solo cruisers would you like to see different going forward?
I mean, for solo cruises, that's the biggest one. Most of the cruise lines, they do have, and Carnival does it really well, as far as things for solo cruisers, as far as mixers and get-togethers and events for solo cruisers. I really think they do I think they do a fine job. I don't know of anything else that they could do more for me. The biggest thing is the price. Other than that, they have events. If you are a solo cruiser and you want to get out there and mingle, the Alchemy Bar has something. If if you're over 40, whatever, they have all these different categories where they have these meet and greets, and it works out well for me. I've never been on a cruise and been lonely. You always had somebody there. Even you married people or couples, even you guys treat me well. Most of the time,
Bill. We love cruising.
Most of the time.
Well,
I would like some
get double points then
too. No, well, Carnival. See, Royal does give you double points.
Do that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Carnival doesn't. So I paid twice. I don't.
So, Randy Scrosness, what do you want to see different for mobility issues on cruise ships? What do you want to?
Well, wider doors would be nice. So, getting in the room, because getting back to when we were on the Celebration and the Mardi Gras, the doors are narrower than when we were on the Radiance, because the Radiance had like a 25-inch door, where the other ones were down to 23 inches. So, and also, getting back to the room size too, is you can tell that the rooms, they've also taken, just a little bit off each room, obviously in order to get more rooms on the ship. So the balcony room and stuff is narrower than it used to be, and but yeah, that would be the big thing, is just because again, I don't get an accessible room, so because I can walk around my room once I'm in. It's just a matter of getting in the room. So
Yeah.
That's the issue right there. So
Will G saying hopefully the Cheers package will work on Sea Key. Yeah, they do that on Royals Island. The package works and the Wi-Fi works.
How well does it work on Perfect Day at Coco K? How does it work? Because on MSC it didn't work well. They could have just kept their Wi-Fi.
I haven't streamed a live or anything, but I did FaceTime with my family and everything from there and had no issues.
Yeah, hopefully they do that.
I don't think I've ever done a live from there either.
Yeah. Let me get down to the bottom here because I know we're about out of time. Hey, Dahanas, thank you for coming in. So we're about out of time. So Clock, what do you have coming up for lives and videos? I know you just got off the icon. You have any premieres coming up? What's going on?
Nothing scheduled. I got a lot of work to do that I'm working on. I'm getting ready to start 12-hour days, so I don't know how many videos I'm going to put out. Friday night, I am doing a Helping Hands for Cruising, the Cruise-a-thon thing, and I'm going to be auctioning off some stuff from the Icon of the Seas Maiden Voyage. It says inaugural season 2024. It's got the Royal. So this hat will be auctioned off. The weatherproof bags that they gave us will be auctioned off. And I have a lady that's sending me a couple of things from her stash that I'm going to auction off as well.
And
so
this is Friday night at what time?
11 p.m. Friday night.
Eastern
time, yes.
Okay, and just real quick, did you want to, some people in here might not know what Helping Hands is, so do you want to just talk about it for a second?
It's just to help people that are less fortunate or can't afford to go on a cruise, experience a cruise for their first time, whether it be a financial hardship or a disability. Sean would be the best one to explain all that. So come check us out, and he'll help you. He'll explain it to you.
Okay, cool. Will G saying Derek went live on Perfect and it wasn't great when wandering around. So keep that in mind. All right, Bill. I know you got your live tomorrow, but what else you got?
Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Me and Controversial Cruising talk about Celebration Key. Thursday, Banter with Bill. It's going to just be cruise talk. I have a new video coming out Monday at 5 p.m. I got a lot going on. February 16th, I'll be going on a 2-week cruise or 15-day cruise to Hawaii. So hit the notification bell for my channel. Also this weekend, speaking of Helping Hands for Cruising, me and Scott, Controversial Cruising, will be doing a segment for them also. I don't know what time. Scott is the manager, so he's the brains. I'm the beauty. So he's going to schedule it, and I'm just showing up. So Scott, if you tell people what time in the chat, let them know what time we're going to be Helping Hands with for cruising. Let them know. So that's it.
All right, Mr. Bruce over there, and I'm gonna just real quick. I'm penning the Moonlight Adventures. Wait, is that their channel name? Moonlight. What is it?
The Moonlight Adventures.
Oh, I was right. I'm pinning them to the top. They have a live that they're starting for right after this. But go on, Bruce.
Well, we've got our live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be talking about a few things, including the newest carnival ships that will be coming to the West Coast. We are doing Helping Hands for Cruising on Saturday. Our segment is 1 p.m. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. our time. Or I don't know. I'll be posting it. It's either 12 or 1 East Coast time. So that's kind of what we got going on right now.
All right. And Mr. Randy, what do you have coming up?
Well, I have to talk over my clock that's going to start chiming here, but hold on. I think we got 2 more to go here. There you go. That was 5. Perfect time. Anyway, my big news is next Tuesday I'm going in for back surgery, and It's kind of a major thing. I got they're gonna like fuse part of my spine, like a big part of my spine, and I had it done like 10 years ago. So they're gonna remove all that hardware and then add additional hardware. So the surgeon said to plan anywhere from 6 to 12 hours of fun next Tuesday. So then I'll think about future cruising, you know. So I mean, I'm hoping, you know, that it helps as far as, you know, maybe I can now start walking longer distances than I can now. And, you know, that would be the positive benefit of all this. But the other issue is that my spine is pressing against my spinal cord. So there could be issues down the road if I don't get this thing taken care of. So
Well,
on that high note.
well, good luck, and
Well,
we'll
thank
be
you.
thinking about you. But do you have any premieres that are coming up?
Well, actually, I've got like 3 videos that are all partially done, and I'd like to get them done before next week. And it's, I've got one I've been sitting on now for about a month and a half that it would be nice to finish up, and then I've got one I'm doing on actually Ensenada, and the third one I don't remember. It's been so long. I buried that somewhere. I got to find that one, but that would be about it, you know. So.
Right.
Anyway,
so I might Saturday. There is 3 cruise ships that will be in Tampa. So I might do a pop-up live. So make sure you have your notification turned on as they are doing their sail away. I think it's 2 Royal Caribbean and a hey Arc Adventures. Thanks for coming in. I think it's a celebrity ship maybe, and 2 Royal Caribbean ships that will be here in Tampa. So we'll probably do a pop-up live, weather permitting, on Saturday. So yeah. And then we'll be live again next Tuesday. I do have a celebration video, carnival celebration, that I need to post. I just got to put hashtags and all that good stuff on it. So that'll be coming out soon, hopefully by the end of this week. So look out for that. We just posted one last week of the carnival celebration. I believe it was day 3. So, but that is it that we have going on. But I want to thank everyone so much for coming in. And we will see you next Tuesday if we don't see you before then. And I've pinned up Moonlight Adventures live at the top, and they are live now. So if you guys want to go raid them, go right ahead. And thank you so much. And also don't forget Helping Hands is this weekend as well. So make sure you tune into that. All right. Thanks, everybody.
thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hi, everybody.